Hey, good morning. Welcome to another beautiful Monday and episode 17 of the Sherri-Lee Show. We just started numbering it a little while ago. It's an easy way to keep things in track. So we're talking Facebook ads still and again today, and will we ever not be? Because for sure, Facebook ads are the number one thing I get questioned about, followed very closely by how to manage your Facebook page. So those are the two things I really focus on. So what do you do when your ads don't get approved? Why aren't they getting approved? And what do you do when they don't get approved? That's what we're going to talk about today. So hi everyone, I'm Sherri-Lee Woysick, and this is the Sherri-Lee Show. And I am a Facebook marketing and ads expert. I'm not a fan of that word, but I say it, I use it. I've been working in Facebook now since 2010. So it's been a while, it's been a minute, and I have been doing only Facebook in my business since 2015. So 4 years of just being diving deep into the Facebook world, into the Facebook platform, understanding how it works, understanding what Facebook wants. And I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs use Facebook to grow their business, collect email addresses, get more sales, and create raving audiences. So as you come on to watch today, please let me know who's here and where you're joining me from. And if you're watching on replay, make sure to use the hashtag replay. So today let's talk about what happens why your ads are not getting approved. So there's 3 big reasons why your Facebook ads might not be getting approved. And the first one is that your copy is flagging the system. So when you submit an ad, any ad, even a boosted post, it has to be approved. And initially that first approval step is done by the computer, done by just an artificial intelligence computer. And they are looking for words that are flags, that are triggers, and images. And those are the big things that they're looking for. So the words that are flags. And if you've got a flag in your ad, it could get your ad disapproved, not approved. So things that make the ad sound too personal to the reader. So this is challenging because as marketers, we know we're supposed to make it personal, right? So, but the thing is, we want it to be personal in that we want to build rapport and we want to make connection and we want to really, connect with the people that are reading the ad or seeing the ad. But we don't want to be saying you a lot. You feel this way, you've had this challenge. Facebook really doesn't want us to be speaking to them about their problems. We want to speak about their problems in relation to us. So when you can say, when I felt, as an example, and that won't be flagged, where you feel might be flagged. Words like anxious, words like depressed, words like disappointed. Those are the words that people read and go, yeah, I feel that way, and immediately feel a bit of that. Might feel a little judgment about themselves, might feel self-conscious, might feel attacked even. And when you use those words and people feel that way, then they tend to go, well, this isn't much fun. I'm going to go someplace where I'm having fun. So they leave Facebook and they go to Instagram or they go to Pinterest or they go to Twitter. They've left the Facebook platform. And so Facebook is really watching for those words that are going to cause people to feel bad about themselves. So the number one reason why people's ads are getting not approved that I'm seeing these days is we are picking up words to try and explain the problem that we're addressing that may cause the reader to feel bad about themselves or self-conscious in some way, and that causes Facebook to not approve your ads. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 why your ads might be not being approved is because the image in some way is a flag. So this is funny because I had an ad a while back where I was I focus on images without copy in them. Facebook prefers that our images have very little, if any, copy in them, so no text on them. And I mean, you can use ones with text on them if you want, but you'll get less reach and your costs will be higher. So, you know, it's your choice. I prefer to use images that have no words on them. So I was doing an ad, and I had written out my copy as my post, and my image was a lake with a mountain scene in behind. So, you know, mountains were kind of doing this. Well, I finished my ad, I put it in for approval, and the computer just saw this. And my ad was not approved because I wasn't allowed to have nudity of any kind or any sexual content in my ads, which of course there was none of this. It's a mountain scene, and they mistaked it for a woman's body, a woman lying on her side, because it's a computer, right? And so you have to really watch that your image is compliant, that it's not going to be a flag. You want it to also instill emotions in the person viewing it that inspire them to read on. We want this image to stop them in their newsfeed so that they will read the copy. So we want to make sure that the image is in no way going to be mistaken for anything inappropriate, anything you know, around the body. You don't want before and after pictures in your images, because of course, you know, if it shows somebody on their weight loss journey and you're trying to highlight how good they've done when they've worked with you, and that's what, you know, you want to instill in people, is that when people work with you, they get these phenomenal results. Unfortunately, the world as it is will mostly focus on the before, because they might be able to relate to that. We want them to relate to that so that they can then look at the after and go, oh, well, if she can do that, I can do that too. But our brains aren't really wired that way. Our brains go, oh, that's where I'm at. Oh, I'm going to go eat a pint of ice cream and check out Instagram. Is really how it goes. And so Facebook is looking for that. You do not want before and after pictures in there, even though logically we think it will make people look at the after and think they can have that. What really happens for the most part is that they look at the before and connect with that, which causes them to be unhappy and leave Facebook and associate an unhappy feeling with Facebook, which Facebook doesn't want. So number two reason why your ads might be not getting approved is because your image choice is not passing through. And then reason number three why your ads might be getting disapproved is because your landing page is not consistent with your message in your Facebook ad. So Facebook checks your landing page wherever you're sending people, whether it's your website or a blog post or a sales page or an app download page. Facebook checks. If you put a URL in an ad, Facebook goes and checks where you're taking their audience. And they make sure that there's no bait and switch going on. You're talking about this here, but when they get there, it's a porn site. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody in my group, in my community, does that. But they're looking to make sure that where you are sending people is consistent with what you're saying in the ad. So what I see a lot of times is that the landing page isn't consistent, or the landing, wherever you're sending people, isn't consistent with what we're talking about. So if you can get the image from the ad to be on the place that they're landing, Facebook loves that connection. If you can get the copy from the ad to be similar in the landing space, then Facebook loves that connection. There's a consistency. So, and I've seen this where, you know, the destination has been so far off of the mark of what the copy of the ad was that Facebook did not approve it. And it takes a while to figure out what's wrong, right? They don't really tell you a lot. They just say, you know, you can't have nudity, or you can't speak to characteristics of the people reading the post. And they're very vague in their whole description and information that they give you about why they've not approved. But here's what you do. If your ads have gotten approved or disapproved, not approved for any reason, the number one thing that you're going to do, or that you want to do, is appeal that decision. And here's why. So, if your ad's been not approved and they've given you a reason, it may be really vague. I mean, I've had many times where we've gone, I don't know what they're saying here. What do we need to fix? I don't know. It's not really clear, and I'm not breaking that rule. So how do I fix it when I'm not breaking that rule? So the number one thing you do is you appeal. Every time an ad is not approved, Facebook has an option for you. It says, if you think we've made this decision in error, please appeal the decision. What that does is that gets a real set of human eyes on your ad. So initially, it's a computer program that's just qualifying and vetting. And it's looking for keywords, it's looking for flags, it's looking for shapes, and it's wrong. Like in my case with the mountain range, it disapproved that ad saying I had a nude body in my ad, but I didn't. So I appealed that ad and I said to them, hey, there's no nudity, there's no sexuality in this ad at all. That's a mountain range in the image. And they came back in an hour and said, we've reviewed and we've made a mistake. Your ad's now approved and is running. And so by me taking 30 seconds to appeal their decision, my ad got up and running. Now, if I had seen that not approval and I just left it, what would I be left with? Well, I have to go back to the drawing board and find a new image and start over again, or figure out something when I wasn't breaking that rule. How do I correct what I'm doing when I wasn't breaking that rule? So especially if the reason that they're giving you for why the ad has not been approved is something you're not doing, make sure you appeal. Always, always, always appeal, okay? And sometimes they'll come back and say, yes, they've looked at it, they made a mistake and your ad's running, and then you just keep on going. And sometimes they come back and go, no, we've reviewed it and it's still not going to be approved. What I see people do next is they try repeatedly to go in and correct the ad. They go in and they make a change to the ad. They make a change on the landing page. They change the image up. And they keep submitting the same ad for approval. And it's really hard to get that ad approved. Now, I would say make a change and try once or twice. And then if it's still being disapproved, you've got to go back and start at square one with a completely new ad creative. Abandon that one and say that one's not going to work and start over. Because it's almost like the ad that's not been approved has gotten locked into some sort of Groundhog Day thing. And no matter what changes you make, it's not going to get approved. So you have to abandon that one. I say appeal. If they still say no, make some changes and appeal again. If they still say no, start over again. Start with a new ad. Now, the other thing that happens, that's been happening a lot lately, I've noticed, is ads that take a really long time to approve. Now, I had some ads last week that I ran, and I think I let them sit for 4 days in review. Just I wanted to see how long it was going to take for them to get approved. And after 4 days, I went, this is insane. And I just stopped them and I set up a new ad in the same campaign, and it was approved within 10 minutes. So why were those ones not approved? I have no idea. Now I've got one right now that's been sitting since yesterday in review and has not been approved or denied. So I'm going to let it sit for a little bit longer, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that ad again and put in for approval and see if it gets approved, and then I'll just turn off the other one. So sometimes it sits and it's like it gets stalled, it gets stuck, and there's nothing you can do to remind them to boost your approval up to the top of the line, if you will. So if it sits for too long without being approved, you've got to just let it go and start over again. Learning how to let go has been a huge part of my success on Facebook, to not get too attached to the outcomes, to not take anything personally, and to be willing to pivot and just adjust and keep doing what needs to be done, keep trying, and looking at every single time that I'm not approved as a learning opportunity. Everything that doesn't work the way I thought it was going to work is an opportunity. I just keep looking at things that way. So if you have questions about Facebook ads, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. If you are struggling with your Facebook ads, though, if you've set up Facebook ads that didn't get approved and you couldn't figure out why, if you've set up Facebook ads that did get approved, but then didn't get you the result that you wanted, spent money, and you didn't get the outcome that you were looking for. If you just don't even know where to start with Facebook ads because the whole platform feels overwhelming, there's all these spaces and places and you don't know what each thing means, then I would like to invite you to join me in the Facebook Ads 101 program that starts on Wednesday of this week. Now, this program is truly the 101. This is for you if you have never done Facebook ads because you felt overwhelmed or like you didn't know what to do, or it's also for you if you've started with Facebook ads but didn't get the results that you wanted. This program has been created to help you start out on the right foot or readjust and get your next step on your right foot. So there's 5 modules in this class, and it's all about getting to the ads manager, understanding the different parts of the ads manager. And I really make it simple. Like, I'm not going to waste my time telling you about things you don't need to know yet. I am going to focus on teaching you only the things that you need to know. Learn how to write copy that converts for your ads. So a formula that I've used for myself and my clients and my students, and has generated tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of income over the years, that works repeatedly and keeps you from being not approved. So the formula for writing copy that will get you approved and get you the result that you want. I'm also going to teach you how to select high converting images, scroll stopping images that will make people stop their scroll in the newsfeed and be curious about reading what your ad is about. You're also going to get a bonus on targeting, how to target people on Facebook and get in front of your audience and get visible to those people. And you're also going to learn my formula to get more reach and engagement and use that social proof to supercharge your ads, called the rapid reach formula. And that all happens starting on Wednesday. There's 5 modules, and each day I'll be going live in the Facebook Ads 101 group to support you and answer your questions about Facebook ads. And it's just a lot of fun, and I would love to welcome you into that. So we start Wednesday. I'll put the information here in the post for you if you're interested. If you have questions, just send me a message. I'd be happy to answer. And I'll put the link in there so you can go and sign up there. And once you sign up this time, when I run this program again in the fall, you have lifetime access to the content. But you also get to go through the program when I live deliver it again in the fall. So that means you can be interactive again with a whole bunch of new people in the program. And as I bring out updates and changes to the program, you get access to those at no extra charge. So your one-time payment for this program is very low. It's only $249, and it gets you lifetime access to the content and to updates. So I'd love to see you. I'd love to answer your questions. And that's it for today. I will be back with episode 18 next week. And what should I talk about? Let me know what you need help with on Facebook. Let me know where you're struggling. Do you need help with growing your audience on your Facebook page, engaging your audience on your Facebook page, running Facebook ads that are effective, building your Facebook group, figuring out how to do all of these pieces, anything around that, around your landing pages, around your funnel, around sales pages, around retargeting ads? Please let me know what you would like to learn about, and I will try my best to bring it into these shows that I do every Monday at 10 a.m. PST. Thanks for being here. I'm so grateful to have you in this community, and let me know if you have any questions about the program. I'll see you then. Bye.